welcome to Apex App Creator Spotlight. Today we are going to talk about the project Letters Against Isolation, built by Satish Prasad and Shreya Patel. Let's start with Shreya. Hello Shreya, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What do you do in your background?
Thank you, Karina, for having me. Yeah, I'm Shreya. I'm one of the co-founders of Letters Against Isolation. We're a nonprofit based in the US that writes letters to senior citizens all over the world to help them feel less alone and isolated. When I'm not working on that, I'm a student in college at Washington University in St. Louis. There, I study business and computer science. This is amazing that we get to be here promoting the amazing work of Oracle in helping us build our sign-up platform for letters.
And how did you come up with the idea for that? What was the particular need you were trying to address?
That's a great question. So our volunteers sign up to write letters every 2 weeks in a cycle. And until we migrated to the portal, we used a massive spreadsheet and had a bunch of people, signing up with their ID numbers on rows and rows and rows of boxes. And it worked for a while, but as we got bigger and bigger, that spreadsheet became really difficult to maintain. Volunteers would overwrite each other's signups, people would get lost or confused, the address information for nursing homes would get changed. And so this was becoming really frustrating, not only for us, but for our volunteers. And I remember voicing this to Satish and saying oh, this is such a big problem and I don't know how to fix it. And so he came up with the idea of creating a web app. And so we shopped around trying to figure out how the best way to build it would be. And that's how we found you guys.
And how many people are using the Pledge portal today?
I think over 1,500 people have used it since we first launched it in June.
And Shreya, what is the plan for the future for the app?
That's a really good question. So we just launched the app for our volunteers in June. So the past few months have just been us making sure that everyone can use it properly, that it works as we expect it to work, and just doing a little bit of maintenance here and there. And it's been amazing. We've seen everyone from 8-year-olds to 90-year-olds be able to use this app and sign up for their letters, which is so, so cool. In the future, my big dream is to make a second sign-on for nursing homes and facilities we write to. Right now, when a nursing home wants letters or wants to change how many letters they're getting or wants letters in a different language, they have to email us. And then I forward the emails to the volunteer who maintains the spreadsheet, and she has to go in and edit the facility in the database that Oracle Apex has so kindly helped us build. And so that's awesome, but it means that there's some time between when a facility wants letters or wants a change and when it actually happens. My dream is to work with Satish to create a second sign-on for nursing homes specifically, so they can go in and create requests for letters themselves without having to have to go through us. This way that seniors can get letters faster and more easily.
This is amazing, Shreya. Thank you very much and congratulations for your project. And now we are going to talk with Satish. Satish, welcome to Apex App Creator Spotlight. And I would like to know your experience with Apex and with software development.
Karina, I have over 25 years of software architecture and development experience. And coincidentally, I had none with Apex. So this was a wonderful learning opportunity for me to look at a leading low-code platform that Oracle provided and see how I can quickly, rapidly build an application that meets our functional needs. So Shreya and I discussed a lot of the requirements around how we want to enable our volunteers. And with those requirements and with a lot of self-learning, I made a lot of use of the tutorials on apex.oracle.com, your online documentation that you have for the product, lots of the YouTube videos that all of you regularly publish, right? Your blog channels, the wonderful community at community.oracle.com. All of these combined together helped me better understand how to start programming in Apex and build out this application. And it's been a wonderful learning experience, and I'm really excited that because of the standardized platform that Oracle Apex provides, we've been able to learn, to develop, to deploy the application with minimum financial risk, right? Because we are a nonprofit, we don't have infinite funds and time to spend at this. So it really helped us achieve our goals very quickly.
And Satish, can you please describe the technology that are you using with the app?
So it's a fairly standard Apex solution. It's built on the latest version right now, which is 22.1. And it's hosted on Oracle OCI. We really wanted to take advantage of the cloud capabilities that Oracle has. And they have enabled this platform as a service offering. So we are taking full advantage of the fact that Oracle is doing database maintenance for us. It's doing patching for us. It handles the security. It handles the database backups. It handles the indexing, the performance. All we had to do was just code the look and feel and the behavior. So we are really proud of taking advantage of those to accelerate our application. And this also makes use of some third-party JavaScript libraries. Something that we realized early in our development process was a lot of our volunteers are not very tech savvy. They needed some hand-holding, a tour to help them quickly understand how to use this web application to pledge quickly and efficiently. So we use a third-party library called intro.js, which is very popular for creating web tours. And we also wanted to have some fun with the site, have some animations for some key user actions. So I'm also using another third-party library called Lottie. Lottie is an SVG framework which helps create very nice lightweight animations.
And Satish, what do you like about using Apex?
The fact that a lot of the common architectural concerns have been solved by a good, standardized, well-developed, well-tested, well-architected platform makes it easy for me to just focus on the application behavior. I don't have to kind of reinvent the wheel for so many things. For example, I would say this application is making use of almost every feature that Apex has from a standardized perspective. We are making use of social authentication. Our login page allows our volunteers to log in with very popular authentication services like Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook. And that was very easy to implement. I didn't have to write my own authentication code in my application. Instead, I rely on these third-party authentication services, and it was easy for me to have Apex integrate with that. We also use Apex's capability for role-based authorization because there are different levels of authorization roles we need. Shreya and me, for example, are administrators. We need to manage the master data in the database, but our users shouldn't be able to see any of that. They only should see the end user screens. So the authorization roles and what they can do with the various facets of our application, it was again very easy to declare and define. I didn't have to write a lot of code, and it took full advantage of that. The universal theme was wonderful. I always joke that my creative skills in building a good-looking website is very weak. It really helped to use some of the standardized styling that the universal theme provides for all the regions, for all the widgets that Apex has. I could just plug it in to a page output and it rendered beautifully with the kind of theme I wanted. And we're using the Redwood theme that Oracle has, so it looks nice and pretty. And a lot of users have liked the clean look. The universal theme also helps in responsive layout. One of our challenges with the spreadsheet was a lot of our users wanted to use it on their mobile phones or on their tablets. And a spreadsheet doesn't render very well on those formats. But this, with zero code, automatically renders natively and reformats the layout in a mobile form factor and in a tablet. So we loved the universal theme that Apex has. We needed to have a lot of dashboards and widgets. We make full use of Apex's capabilities for charting and reporting and dashboarding. We make use of the cards container. All our presentation for our facilities is done neatly using cards, and that is again an out-of-box component in Apex. We had to write very little code to enable what content should be presented in the cards. We make full use of faceted searches in Apex. We wanted our users to filter quickly which country, which state they would like to write letters to, what languages they prefer, what special kind of facilities they prefer. So all of those filtering capabilities was again very easy to implement in Apex. We make use of interactive grids, master detail grids, maps, beautiful feature in Apex, loved it. One of my probably my favorite pet feature, that I could very quickly build out a map with, again, very little code. All I had to do was geolocate the latitudes and longitudes of key states and countries, and Apex took care of the rest. It lets our users now visually interact with a global map, because we are a global nonprofit. We exist in 5 countries today, and we hope to grow to more. And this map will really enable our volunteers to quickly choose their favorite facilities in their favorite countries. So many features I can talk through. We make use of their modal forms and pop-ups. The very excellent, robust error handling that Apex had, again, made it easy for me to write exception code that if the users make a mistake, how I can gracefully correct it and help them continue their experience rather than having them reject the experience. There is the SQL workshop in Apex that helps me use the DDL language and very clearly define the data structures. I can then define sequences, views, triggers, and all of the database aspects is such a first-class concept in Apex. So it was a joy to work with. Then Apex also has things like page computations, process blocks, session state management, application variables, feature management, logging. All of this really helped accelerate our development and use of Apex.
Thank you, Satish and Shreya. And what is your last message to our audience?
Yes, we always need more volunteers. There are seniors all over the world who still feel a bit isolated and lonely, despite the fact the pandemic is ending. If you want to join us, go to the Letters Against Isolation website, lettersagainstisolation.com, and sign up on the bright yellow Get Involved form. From there, we'll send you an email giving you access to our Oracle Apex sign-up portal. Thank you again for having us, Karina. It was so nice to be here.
Thank you, everyone, and see you at our next Apex App Creator Spotlight. Bye-bye.